Bali has so much more to offer than golden beaches. In fact, I found most of the beaches in Bali to be littered with rubbish and far from pristine and beautiful. I saw plenty of Bali's beaches on my last trip a few years ago. So this time I hired a taxi for the day and headed off to the beautiful upland town of Ubud. The town is known for its traditional crafts and culture. Before COVID, Ubud received more than 3 million foreign tourists each year. I'm pleased to say that tourists are now starting to return here. There is plenty to see and do in this area, and whilst you can get a great taste of Ubud in a full day, a longer stay is worth considering. I started the day at the recently opened glass bridge which spans the Petanu River. The cost for foreign visitors to access the pedestrian glass bridge is rather steep at 200,000 Indonesian rupees, about £11. The views from the bridge are good, and it is a little freaky to see the riverbed 40 metres below your feet as you walk across the almost 200 metre length. This newly opened attraction is adjacent to the Teganungan Waterfall, which was my next stop of the day. The Teganungan Waterfall has become a popular tourist attraction and can get very busy. The amount and clarity of the water depends on the rainfall. However, you can swim at the bottom of the waterfall or just climb to the top if you have the energy. At the top there is a car park with various souvenir and food stalls. Entrance fee is 15,000 Indonesian rupiahs, with opening hours 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. You descend down more than 150 stairs to get to the base of the 15-metre waterfall. Remember to reserve enough energy to climb back up these steps again when it's time to go. The best time to visit the site is around 9 a.m. as the sun rises, and 3 p.m. as it begins to set. Wow, what a view! Next stop was Ubud Jungle Swing, which is just an Instagrammer's paradise, but not for the adrenaline junkie. If you are here with your loved one, then a visit here may well be appreciated, but not for me, and it was one to miss. On to the Rice Terraces, which are a spectacular sight. It is a tricky descent down the steep slopes. However, here you can have a go on a more thrilling swing or even a zip line across the valley if that takes your fancy. The scenic terraced hillside offers a great photographic opportunity, as well as an opportunity to pick up some souvenirs from the roadside vendors. The swings offer a thrilling opportunities to sail over the edge of the hillside and float in the air as you get pushed higher and higher. After a spot of lunch at a local restaurant, we headed to the monkey forest, which was our final destination of the day. Now, I had read all the warnings about how the monkeys can steal your belongings and be aggressive, but fortunately, I didn't see any of that behaviour on my visit. On the contrary, the monkeys were largely not bothered by the tourist attention and seemed to be happy to pose for photographs. The walk around the forest was packed with tourists, and it was a hot and humid environment. However, there were plenty of opportunities to observe the monkeys at this sanctuary roam about the forest in their natural habitat. Clearly, the monkeys are thriving in the forest, as there were plenty of babies being cradled in their mother's arms. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m, entrance is 80,000 Indonesian rupiahs for adults. There are more than 1,200 monkeys in 10 family groups that live at the sanctuary. It provides conservation for Balinese long-tailed macaques in their natural habitat. The monkey forest is owned by the local village's residents, and it is an important spiritual, economical, educational and conservation centre for the village. It is important to remember when visiting this place that these monkeys are wild animals and not tame, and they shouldn't be touched or fed. People do occasionally get bitten. There are Hindu temples inside the forest, so whilst you should dress for comfort, please also dress respectfully. After the monkey forest, I headed back to Kuta in the taxi, exhausted from the day, but delighted to have explored this wonderful part of the island. It's definitely worth taking a day trip to Ubud when you visit Bali. All too soon, my trip was over and I headed back to Bangkok with some fantastic memories of this idyllic island and the time I spent here.